Hello everybody, my name is The Wanderer and welcome back to I think it's the 4th episode of Season 2 of Fallout Drawings. It's been an absolutely ages since we did the last one and I've been dying to pump out this video. However, I misplaced the video drawing that I was actually going to do, and luckily I found it again. So today our video is going to be on the Brotherhood of Steel Prydwen airship that can be found in Fallout 4. I must warn you, there will be major spoilers towards the Fallout 4 plot and story, even if it is very late in the game and is almost about, I think it's 2 years, 3 years almost since it came out. So yeah, if you haven't played Fallout 4 and you don't want any spoilers, turn back now, because there are going to be major spoilers in this video. The first time you actually see the Prydwen is when you go to Fort Hagen with Dogmeat and an optional companion, Nick Valentine, the synth detective from Diamond City, to sniff out Kellogg, the killer of your wife and kidnapper of your son. You track him down to Fort Hagen, going past a load of cigars, beers, a lot of blood, splatters and dead robots and people, before finally tracking him down to Fort Hagen. This is where you'll first encounter Institute synths, as well as a final boss battle with Kellogg and about 4 other synths. Kellogg is quite hard to kill, and normally if you stand back a little bit and shoot him with a mini nuke, he should be down in 1 hit, hopefully. If you've confronted the killer of your wife and the kidnapper of your son, you can travel to the roof with Nick Valentine, if you have him as a companion, and if you look to the west, I do believe, just outside of the map, because Fort Hagen's on one of the sides of the map, you will see the glorious airship followed by a bunch of vertibirds flying over the Commonwealth. After this, a bunch of lights will come on, shining over the Commonwealth from the Prydwen, as well as a voice. This voice will say, "People of the Commonwealth, never fear, we are the Brotherhood of Steel." After this, if you have joined the Brotherhood of Steel or chose to work with Paladin Dance and the rest of the recon squadron that is in Cambridge, you can travel back to the Prydwen and Boston Airport after it's been cleared of feral ghouls, and talk with Elder Maxon, the current leader of the Brotherhood of Steel. After doing many different missions that span across the whole storyline, even up to the destruction of the Institute, you'll slowly work through the ranks of Knight, Paladin and Sentinel. Sentinel being the highest rank that any soldier can obtain in the Brotherhood of Steel. However, it's kind of strange that they missed out Star Paladin, which is in between Sentinel and Paladin, which was seen in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, I do believe. If you work with the Railroad or the Institute, you can choose to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel and their Prydwen airship by placing or launching missiles or a bomb of some sort in the airship, causing it to explode and plummet into Boston Airport, causing it to basically become a massive crash site. It is pretty glorious. However, the Brotherhood of Steel are one of the most powerful and resourceful factions in the game, and it will be unwise to not benefit from them first before destroying them. However, not focusing on the Fallout 4 stuff, we can go back in time a little bit and look at the backstory of the Prydwen. It has it that this airship was actually built in in Adams Air Force Base in the Capital Wasteland. If you don't know what that is, in the Broken Steel DLC for Fallout 3, you go to Adams Air Force Base for the Brotherhood of Steel, working for Elder Lyons. There you'll find the final remnants of the Enclave that are around the DC area. After defeating them, the Brotherhood of Steel take Adams Air Force Base for their own. Whilst doing so, in between the events of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, I do believe the Prydwen was started to get work done to it. By the events of Fallout 4, the Prydwen was finished and was slowly flying over to the west coast. The reason that the Prydwen and the Brotherhood of Steel ever ended up in the Commonwealth was because Paladin Dance and the rest of his recon team actually picked up a very big signal of energy coming from the middle of the Commonwealth, most notably the what they called the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, I do believe it is. Sorry if I butchered that. But anyway, it's coming from the main base of the Institute, and that's why the Brotherhood of Steel are actually in Fallout 4 and in the Commonwealth. Going even further back in history, the Prydwen is actually based off one of two things. Well, based off both of these things actually. First of all, you might be familiar with the name Prydwen, which was used by, I do believe it was King Arthur in a old folk legend. And also, the ship is actually based off the ships that we saw in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, one of the older games and one of the worst, in my opinion, in the Fallout series. In this series, it depicts a bunch of Brotherhood of Steel troopers and ships flying over the sea. After this, a storm breaks loose and destroys every single last one of them, and the last one is shot down. It is unable to repair, and so the Brotherhood of Steel are stuck in Chicago, I do believe it is. After this, all of the airships and their designs were wiped out. However, until 2277, the events of Fallout 3, where the Prydwen was actually going to be made. And finally, it was birthed. The final airship of the Brotherhood of Steel. In the interior of the Prydwen, most notably down here in the little hangar bit, it can house up to, I do believe it is, 4 to 8 vertibirds. Normally has a knight guarding the entrance to the bridge, wielding a heavy weapon sometimes. Back here, this is just like a little storage area. Then in the airship, most notably over here, you have where Elder Maxson stays, as well as the pilot and crew with Knight Captain Kells. Up inside the main airship, you have many different shelters, as well as a mole rat cage where Scribe Nariah is testing, and a lot of power armor and weapons. This makes the Brotherhood of Steel one of the most powerful factions in Fallout 4. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy and found something useful or interesting about the Prydwen. Subscribe if you're new, and turn post notifications on if you want to know when I'm posting. So, Merry Christmas everybody. It is currently Christmas Eve, the evening of Christmas Eve actually. So that means tomorrow I'll be able to wake up to some lovely jubbly presents. I hope you all do too. Anyway guys, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all later. This is The Wanderer, signing off. Peace out guys. I'm back, and since it is the Christmas special today, well, I'm gonna plan on making a New Year's Eve special actually, but since it's a little bit of a special day, I thought I might as well show you some of the drawings that I've actually got on my wall. If you didn't know that, like after I did Fallout Drawing Season 1 and a little bit of Season 2, I stuck most of the drawings, apart from a few, on my wall. And I thought you might as well want to see them. Some of which haven't actually appeared on my channel before. And some of them are actually fresh ideas, not from any Fallout game, ever. Well, anyway guys, let's go. The original. This is the first video that I ever did, Season 1, Episode 1. And it was on the Enclave Ganem family Tesla armor, one of my favourite armors ever in the Fallout series. The next one over here is one that appeared in my very exciting news video, which is now in the announcements playlist, I do believe. And it was a drawing of an NCR veteran ranger with New Vegas behind him. The next one is Episode 2, and it was an NCR veteran ranger. I think that was Episode 3, and it was the, what was his name? Oh, it just came out of my head. Father, whatever his name was. Desert Ranger Combat Armor, that was the one. Then you've got Episode 4, which was the Brotherhood of Steel Paladin. You've got Never Seen Before drawing of an NCR veteran ranger, also in front of New Vegas. Then you've got Episode 5, which was the finale of Fallout drawings. Up here you've got Season 2, Episode 2, I do believe. I don't think I've got Season 1 stuck up, I think it's over there. And this one is actually a little bit of Oxhorn fan art. If you didn't know, I'm a little bit of a fan of Oxhorn. Oxhorn is a Fallout YouTuber, and he does really, really good and interesting in-depth videos covering Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4. I absolutely adore his channel, I adore what he does, and so I made this to honour his work, which says Zap at first, but then first is crossed out saying my lurk. And then we've got a quote from X688, who's a synth in the game, saying perfect spot for a Mirelurk den. And then we've got a little cute Mirelurk down there. But yeah, switching over to this side, there's my Halo helmet, and that's a Call of Duty Ghost mask for some reason. This is a Nuka-Cola poster that keeps on falling off my wall, and I haven't bothered to stick it back up yet. It's getting on my nerves. And this is an idea for a game that I wanted to work on and that I've been planning to work on for about 2 years now. It's called Fallout GB, and it was going to be set in the northeast of England. And this was the DLC 1 design art, and it was going to feature a British version of the NCR Veteran Ranger armour, but it wasn't actually called NCR Veteran Ranger for obvious reasons. Then the Brotherhood of Steel would venture over to England as well as a giant mutant Deathclaw underneath the ground in one of the levels of the game. They're not going to be separated in levels, but levels as in like it's going to be very deep underground in the game, and you won't be able to find it until you get a certain point in the game. Here's some more art, and that's what the sniper rifles would look like. And yeah, and that was a new faction called the Watchers. Anyway, switching to this wall, we have a Halo 5 poster. Just ignore the Halo 5 bit. We have a Master Chief poster. Master Chief being one of the most iconic and amazing, awesome characters in the gaming community. And over here we have a Halo drawing, Halo 2 to be exact, of Master Chief and a Halo ring behind him. We have some drawings of some Spartans. That is a Reaper of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That is meant to be a drawing of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Just climbing up on my bed. We have even more drawings. There's a Black Energy Sword. There's 2 Spartans from Halo. Up here we have a drawing of what is meant to be I think it was meant to be the Commonwealth, but it's not meant to be the Commonwealth. It's meant to be my own take on a more sci-fi version of Fallout. There's a drawing of a Reaper of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And down here we have one of my most prized drawings, which is a drawing of a ODST Spartan, an EOD Spartan, a Wetwork Spartan, and an Elite. And down here we have an Enclave drawing, which I'm very proud of. And that's about it, really. We do have some drawings over there, but they're not all that impressive. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me just get off my bed. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and Merry Christmas. Peace out, guys.